evening, everyone. Oh, let me put this down a little bit. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining us again on a Sunday night for our virtual piano bar. This is where the show where we try to bring to your home what you would be getting if you came to my piano bar, like we used to do it in the old days, up to 4 months ago, whatever. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You're going to see about 10 different singers tonight. Actually, there's a couple numbers involve more than one singer. So you're going to probably see like 13 singers tonight, actually. You get a lot for your money tonight. So it's a variety of, just like you would get on the Ed Sullivan Show back in the day, at this hour, the 8 to 9 o'clock hour on a Sunday night. And if you join us all the time, thank you so much for your constant support since we started this back on May 3rd. And share it with your friends, even right now. Share this, let your friends know that, they should tune in. It's so good to see everybody popping in. It's sort of like the bus, the doors open and everybody got out of the bus. There's Heather and my sister and my cousin and Mike and Bennett and TJ and Beth and Eric and James and oh my God, I love it. I feel like I should play Hail, Hail, the gang's all here. That's like an old-time song. The young people today go, what's that? So I hope you had a great week, and I hope it was a clear day for you. Where I am here in New Hope, Pennsylvania, it was absolutely beautiful. It was hot, but it was nice. It was a really great day. So many things I want to tell you. So I want to start by telling you something, doing a shout out to share something really fun. Yesterday, for the first time since March 14th, I got to play in front of live people. It was so really sweet. I always like to give shout outs to some of the venues where I work. Actually, my watch reminded me this afternoon that I had 2 hours to get to the Clinton House because I have not told Siri that no Clinton House, but I hope to be back there at some point before too long. But anyway, yesterday, one of my favorite places to work, I'm a member of the Nassau Club in Princeton, and they decided, Steve and Delroy, the managers, decided to do the coolest thing, as you can see the picture there. They said, let's have an outdoor cocktail party, and everybody can order their dinner when they get there, and then when you finish playing, they'll get to take their dinner to go, and everybody wears the face mask and all that. And we had the loveliest time. It was so sweet. It made me feel really happy, and everybody there was really happy. In fact, I think everybody there was watching. So I want to thank John and Merlene, and John and Carol, and Kirsten and Jens, Connie and Bill, Marsha, Bob, Mike, Fern, and Norman. You guys were so great yesterday, and thank you, Steve and Delroy, the managers of the club, for making that happen. And there's me out under a little thing. Oh, so this is the coolest thing, too. So it was a horrible weather day. It kept storming. And at 10 after 5, I'm like, are we going to do this? And they said, I think we're going to be okay. And it loomed all around us. I started at 5:30. I stopped about 7:15 or whatever that was. And as I loaded the last piece into the car, it started to rain again. So it was a good day. Another funny thing happened this week too. I went to the supermarket locally, and I was going to check out. And you know how you have those things on your, you swipe for your bonus points. Hi David Witchell. Oh, David will love this story. Our local New Hope supermarket. And so the woman said, "Oh, just give me your phone number." And I had a face mask on that I hadn't worn before, and I tightened it way too much and way tightened. I could barely talk. She couldn't understand me. I couldn't understand her. And she kept typing in my phone number wrong. So then she said, "Give me your name." And I kept telling her my name. And a friend of mine was 2 checkout counters down later. And she goes, "Gloria, it's Bob Egan." She said, "Who?" "Bob Egan." The whole place is turning. It was really embarrassing, but it was kind of funny at the same point because the person checking me out was from out of town, and she didn't know me, but how would you know me under that? Anyway, enough about that. That's real life. That's what we deal with every day. Tonight we're here to have a cocktail. So I toast you all for joining us. We're going to celebrate some really good music. I love tonight. Tonight is a bizarre, eclectic mix of songs. And I'm really proud to start out the show with our first singer. You saw him for the first time about 3 weeks ago. My friend Jonathan Waterfield, the Brit. He is back. Please welcome Jonathan Waterfield.
Hi, everybody. I'm sure when Bob decided he was going to try doing online virtual piano bars, there were a lot of skeptics out there, but they've proved to be very successful, and I'm delighted to be taking part in this one tonight. I'm going to sing a Gershwin song for you, which seems the perfect rejoinder to all of those doubters. They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said that man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old lie. They laughed at me wanting you. Said I was reaching for the moon, but oh, you came through, and now they've had to change their tune. They all said we never could be happy. They laughed at us and how. But oh, 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 who's got the last laugh now? The odds were 100 to 1 against me. The world said the heights were too high to climb, but people from New Jersey never incensed me. No, I wasn't a bit concerned, for through history I had learned how many, many times the worm had turned. They all laughed at Rockefeller Center, now they're fighting to get in. They all laughed at Whitney and his cotton gin. They all laughed at Fulton and his steamboat, Hershey and that chocolate bar. Ford and his Lizzie kept the laughers busy, that's how people are. They laughed at me wanting you, said it would be hello, goodbye, but oh, you came through, and now they're eating humble pie. They all said we'd never get together, darling, let's take a bow, because oh, 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 who's got the last laugh? He, let's have the past laugh. Oh, 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 who's got the last laugh now?
Perfect, Jonathan. That's a great way to start the night, right? Some Gershwin. I always like that song, and I love your version of it, Jonathan. Jonathan lives in Westfield, New Jersey. Our performers tonight come from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma. How about them apples? Our next performer comes to us from New Jersey, also from Jersey Shore. This is her second time on the show. I'm so glad to have her back as well, singing a song that I never heard before, and she turned me on to this song. I swear it just feels like an Irish song. I have to look at the origin of it. I know Nancy Griffin was a singer that made it famous, or had the recording. But as far as I'm concerned, Aileen O'Neill Stahl does it just as well. Please welcome Aileen from Spring Lake, New Jersey.
Thank you, Bob, for asking me to do this song. It's a Celtic melody from an album called A Woman's Heart, and it was, when I heard it, it's by Maura O'Connell, and it's a song about a woman in Ireland talking to her husband that we don't need to lose our land. I hope you like it. Baby, I know we've got trouble in the fields. The bankers swarmed like locusts paved our pockets full of nothing, and our dreams in the golden gray. Have you seen the folks in line down at the station? They're all buying their tickets out, they're talking the Great Depression. Our parents had their hard times 50 years ago, when they stood out in these empty fields in dust as deep as snow. And oh, there's trouble in our fields. If this rain can fall, these wounds can heal. They'll never take our native soil. And if we sell that new John Deere, then we'll work this farm with sweat and tears. You be the mule, I'll be the plow. Come harvest time, we'll work it out. There's still a lot of love here in these troubled fields. There's a book upon the shelf about the Dust Bowl days. There's a little bit of you and a little bit of me in the photos of every page. Our children live in the city and they rest upon our shoulders. They never want the rain to fall or the weather to get colder. And oh, there's trouble in our fields. If this rain can fall, these wounds can heal. They'll never take our native soil, no. And if we sell that new John Deere, then we'll work this farm with sweat and tears. You be the mule, I'll be the plow. Come harvest time, we'll work it out. There's still a lot of love here in these troubled fields. You be the mule, I'll be the plow. Come harvest time, we'll work it out. There's still a lot of love here in these troubled fields.
That was so beautiful, Aileen. It looks like everybody else felt the same way. It's a beautiful song. It's haunting. I couldn't get it out of my head for ages. I mean, it's just now I'm going to hear it again all night. But I knew you'd all like that. I hope Sharon Sweeney's watching, because I told you I had an Irish song in the show tonight. Celtic, Irish, yeah, it's all the same, isn't it? And we see Khalid is watching from Saudi Arabia, and Jennifer, and Fred, and Maurice, and Matthew, and Karen, and Jimmy Two Canes, and Rhoda, and Penny, and Marjorie, and John Ward, and Frank Powell, and Lisa Sherman. Oh my God, all my performers, like, you're all here. And Lou, thank you guys for being here. So this will kind of lead in towards the next song. Somebody asked me what I've been doing on my day off. I've been trying to take one day off a week, and I go to the shore and just try to have one day where I just kind of, don't touch the piano, don't worry about anything if I can. And I said I go out on a boat every time. First time I had gone on a boat and gone fishing since I was like 16. So they said, did you ever catch anything? Or like, how come you don't show a picture of you on the boat? And I said, because I never caught anything until now. So you want to see the picture? Because 2 people asked me to show it. So here's the picture. Oh, well, maybe not. There is a picture of me catching a fish. My first fish since I was like...
But the one that got away was like this.
It was this big. And then So anyway, it was a lot of fun down in Belmar in the waterway. And anyway, so thank you, Tom, Jr. and Senior, who take me out on the boat every time, and we have a great time with the boys boat trip. So anyway, moving along, and with his Hawaiian shirt, and totally in the spirit of the season, please welcome from White House Station, Jay Walensky.
Hello, Bob, and the whole Virtual Piano Bar gang, and a special nod to Bob's friend Kenny Rankin, who absolutely nailed this song. Let's go to the islands, Monty. Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. Steal your money and they'll break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. Take him from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, he'll just keep on trying. And he'll smile when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on. Lonesome Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight, saw his woman kiss another man. So he'd take a ladder, steal the stars from the sky, put on Sinatra and he starts to cry. On and on, he'll just keep on trying. And he'll smile when he feels like dying. On and on, on and on. Now, when the first time is the last time, it can make you feel so bad. Know it, show it, hold on tight, don't let her say goodnight. I got the sun on my shoulders, my toes in the sand. My woman left me for some other man. Oh, but I don't worry, I'll just dream I'm still tan. Toss up my heart and see now where it lands. On and on, I'll just keep on trying. And I'll smile when I feel like dying. On and on, on and on. On and on, 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 on and on.
I always love that song. Thanks, Jay. I always like when you sing that with me at the Clinton house where I would have been tonight. So that's, I just realized what a coincidence that you were in the show tonight when I would normally be doing that song with you in Clinton. And Jay's wonderful camera assistant, Marie Chantel, who was in his the last time Jay sang, they did a duet together. And I announced them as husband and wife, and I married them right on the show. So I can add officiant to my title. They weren't married. I think they're still not married because I haven't been certified. But anyway, thanks Marie, thanks Jay. And Jay, thank you for mentioning Kenny Rankin because today, so here's another thing talk about dates of history. So today is June 28th. And on June 28th in 2006, 14 years ago, that's the day that Odette's closed for good. For those of you who don't know what Odette's was a wonderful, famous place in New Hope. It was called Chez Odette's for many years, from like 1960 to 1985. And then when I came along in 85, it was just called Odette's, and we started a piano bar and a cabaret. And let's just put it this way, every dream that we never thought, I mean, it was everything, every dream come true, as far as every performer that I had hoped would perform there came. The list was amazing. And Kenny Rankin had performed there several times. Kenny Rankin loved coming to Odette's. We also had Margaret Whiting and Carol Lawrence, Maureen McGovern, Nancy Lamont, Karen Akers, Ann and Liz Calloway. The list goes on and on and on, like the song, on and on. So today is it's a sort of a special day. It's remembering the end of an era. and hopefully we'll have returned to it sometime soon. In a week from Wednesday, we're doing a show called An Odette's Reunion Show. And trust me, you don't ever have to have been Odette's to watch the show. It's going to be filled with the people that perform, that work there. You'll see Jane, you'll see Ashley, Andy Prescott, George Sinkler's going to be on the show, Liz DeFore is going to be on that night, and some surprises. So I guarantee that's going to be a fun Wednesday night. So speaking of Odette's, back in the day when I first started there, back in like the first, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years that I was there, I had a singer that was there almost every night, Monday night with me, and sang. She was terrific. She since has moved to Oklahoma. Now, because of our new way that we're recording and presenting and making music here online, we can make music again. And you've seen her in the show before. I'm thrilled she's back tonight. Please welcome Leslie Perkel from Oklahoma City.
Hi everybody, I'm so glad to be back here at Virtual Piano Bar. I want to share one of my favorite songs with you. It's called A Quiet Thing. It's from Flora the Red Menace, was sung by Liza Minnelli, and it's a beautiful song. And I want to thank my friend Lance for videotaping me here. Enjoy this song. When it all comes through just the way you planned, it's funny, but the bells don't ring. It's a quiet thing when you hold the world in your trembling hand. You'd think you'd hear a choir sing. It's a quiet thing. Where are the exploding fireworks? Where's the roaring of the crowd? Maybe it's the strange new atmosphere way up here among the clouds. But I don't hear the band, I don't hear the drums, the sounds they say such moments bring. Happiness came in on tiptoe. What do you know? It's a quiet thing, a very quiet thing.
So beautiful, Leslie. Oh my God, that is such a beautiful song, and you did it justice to the hilt. It was just amazing. Thank you so much. That's one of the positives about this whole thing. I've been able to reconnect and make music with people that I hadn't seen in 20 years or more. And I have a lot more of those coming up too. Also want to thank you all for your generous stuff every week with the virtual tip jar, Venmo, PayPal. It does help greatly with the overhead of putting this show together, putting it on. And food, as I always say, it's not a joke. I also want to thank some other people that I see wrote some nice comments too, like Gretchen, my friend Gretchen. When are you going to take me fly fishing? Right? Isn't that the next step up from fluke fishing? And hi to Jack Sabatino out there, and Joanne Alberts. Good to see you again today. Allison, Amy Faxon, Heather and Gerard, Dean Patrick Garvin, Todd, Genevieve, and Bill Coda, and Heather Hennessy, Sharon Puckin, and Jeff Stomboski, and Patty Leone. Woo! It's a good group. It's a good group tonight. It's a good looking group too out there. All right, so, Michael Troutman is up next. What do you know? You're here.
Hey guys.
It's amazing. It was a fluke that Bob caught a fish.
It is. Oh, I get it. I get it. Maybe you should cut the jokes and just sing.
Why don't we just sing a joke? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Lydia, oh Lydia, say, have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattoo lady. She's got eyes that folks adore so, and a torso even more so. Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia. Lydia, the queen of tattoos. On her back is the Battle of Waterloo. Beside it, the wreck of the Hesperus too. And proudly above waves the red, white, and blue. You can learn a lot from Lydia. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. When her robe is unfurled, she will show you the world if you step up and show her there. For a dime you can see Kankakee or Paris or Washington crossing the Delaware. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Lydia, oh Lydia, say, have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady. When her muscles start relaxing, up the hill comes Andrew Jackson. Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia. Lydia, the queen of tattoos. For 2 bits she will do a mazurka and jazz, with a view of Niagara that nobody has. And on a clear day, you can see Alcatraz. You can learn a lot from Lydia. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Come along and see Buffalo Bill and his lasso. Just a charming classic from Mendel Picasso. There's Captain Spaulding exploring in the Amazon. There's Godiva, but with her pajamas on. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Lydia, oh Lydia, say, have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady. When she stands, the world gets littler. When she sits on Hitler. I didn't write it, folks. Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia. Lydia, the queen of tattoos. She once watched an admiral clear off his feet. The ships on her hips made her heart skip a beat. And now the old boy's in command of the fleet. For he went and married Lydia. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Yes, he went and married Lydia. Lydia, the queen of tattoos. Olay!
Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. Thank you, Michael. How
Thanks,
fun
Bob.
is that? That's a lot of people don't know what that is. That's Marx Brothers.
Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx, right? Was it from Animal Crackers or Animal Crackers? I think. How fun is that song, right? To date, it's your biggest, not typo. What do you call that when you sing and you? Lisa Sherman and I have another name for it, but your biggest slip of the lip happened in that song, and it was very funny, and it was it was very, very funny. All right. Anyway, so I have a little surprise to tell you. So actually, for a lot of people, don't know. I mean, a lot of people that do, like from New Hope area and all, probably. If you watch Facebook, you probably already know about this. But anyway, So at Odette's, a long time ago at Odette's, I met this young girl on her 13th birthday, actually on her night of her bar mitzvah. They brought her to Odette's. She sang with me. Of course, I made her sing Tomorrow. And anyway, and we adopted each other then. She calls me Uncle Bob, and I call her Devin. And we watched her grow up. We watched her go on American Idol and do all kinds of great things like on TV, and now singing with big bands, and her videos and her website and blog are just, amazing. So it's kind of neat when you see somebody and you watch them, from 13 to nearly 30 now, I think. Well, guess what? A couple hours ago, she got married. You ready? Her and Jeremy flew here from California, and they had a very small wedding right with their family. How beautiful is that, right? Our Devin Rush is all grown up. I used to kid Devin around so much because when Devin was 15 years old, she used to want to sing songs like "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," and songs I was like, aren't we supposed to be doing Annie now? But anyway, Devin, happy, Devin and Jeremy, congratulations, Mazel Tov. And our next performer, I am going to dedicate this song to you because this is the Rush family is very musical, and I know that you would approve this song in me dedicating it to you. Sung by a performer that I have not had on the show yet. I'm thrilled I could get him here today. I work with him at Bowman's Tavern. He's there every Sunday, and then I think every other, 2 other times a month, so every other Wednesday, I think it is. One of the most extraordinary musicians. He plays flute, he plays bongos, he plays guitar, he sings, there's more. So here to do this wonderful song, which is actually from The Music Man, but the Beatles made it our big hit. And we're going to dedicate this to Devin and Jeremy. Please welcome Lorenzo.
Bob, it's wonderful to be a part of this. Thank you. There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. Then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Then there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Till there was you.
tell you, right? He's just amazing. And he's one of the nicest people in the world. You ever want to meet him and Gloria, they're just the best. And they make really good cookies at Christmas time. Also, catch this. He is also an artist. I went to a gallery. He had an exhibit at a gallery. And guess what was hanging? One of his works. Anybody we know? So, I over the years, whenever people would paint something of me, I would always be like, oh, okay, thank you. But, oh, I love that, Lorenzo. Of course, I bought it. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it because I love it. So Lorenzo is an amazing artist as well. And Lorenzo, I'm telling you in front of everybody, I want you on the show often. I love listening to you. And I never get to hear you enough because I'm always working when you're working. So this was a treat to sit back and watch you tonight. Also want to say hi to our people that did the selfies. If you take your picture, if you take a selfie watching the show, I will post them on the show. I only have a few tonight. We have Debbie McGee over there. We have my sister Marianne and her husband Ed, my brother-in-law. And we have Maurice and Rick. And Rick on the right, you ready? Today is his birthday. So happy birthday to you, Rick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rick and Maurice. You guys have never missed a show, so thank you for watching every week. Also, some other birthdays coming up. Also, my friend Roberta Raymond, it's her birthday today, and as well as Robert Swikos and my friend Joel Ballesteros in Florida. Tomorrow, my friend Fern Sloan, who's watching, it's her birthday. And Scott Davis, who's watching, it's your birthday tomorrow, if I did my homework right. And my friend Chris Wilshire. So happy birthday. I toast you all. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for celebrating an hour of your time with us while we try to just have fun making and sharing music. So the next song, I'm really glad he's back too. You got to see him once before. And Lisa Sherman, I hope you're listening. Lisa Sherman, I hope you're listening. We're going to talk after the song. So, doing a song that was written for the movie Dreamgirls. Please welcome from Asbury Park, Voltaire.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but can't complete. Listen, the song from deep within, it's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. In my own home, and I try to say what's on my mind. You should have known now. I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I follow the voice that you gave to me. Now I'm gonna find someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. I am alone at the crossroads. I am not home in my own home, and I tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known now. I am done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice that you gave to me. Now I'm gonna find my own. No, I know where I belong, but I know I'll be moving on if you won't, if you don't listen to the song here in my heart, a melody outside, and I will complete. Oh, I am done believing in you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than dust you made of me. I follow the voice that you gave to me. Now I'm gonna find my own, my own.
Not an easy song, right? And it's I always kid him around when he sings that or another song like that at the Asbury, down in Asbury Park, where usually I see him, and I always say, okay, once more with feeling. Voltaire sings everything with 200% feeling. So the reason why I wanted to make sure Lisa Sherman was listening, and she's probably dying, hoping I'm not going to tell this story. I did a showcase at Tim McClone's Supper Club in Asbury Park on the boardwalk. It had to be like 10 years ago. It was probably when Dreamgirls, the movie, had just come out. And that song was the new song that they wrote for the movie. One of the 3 new songs. I think there were 3. And Lisa started singing the song. And she's dying right now. I know. So Lisa started singing the song and just forgot the words. And it didn't matter because she made them up. And she sang a bunch of gibberish and just like, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, and you better, I told you. And she got so involved emotionally in the song that there was a standing ovation. I was dying because I'm following the music going, there's not a word of what she's singing on the paper. In fact, these words don't even exist. So the funniest thing, Lisa, I love you to death. So the point was that you stayed with it and nobody knew because you wrote a new song. So here's the tag note, the tag to this whole story. So Rand Hubiak, you've seen Rand on the show a couple times, the Random Hubiak. Rand was videotaping all our shows. The one night where the video ran out as she was starting the song. To this day, Lisa and I will never know what that song was that we wrote that night. We have no idea because we could never hear it. It was about to be captured for prosperity, and Rand's tape ran out. So Lisa, when we're in Shady Pines with Sophia, we will be laughing about that story. So anyway, all right. So moving right along, it's like a family affair coming up here. I've got not 1, not 2, but 3 of the Leones here tonight. So you've seen Patty Leone and you saw Becca Leone once, but now you get to see Becca and Nikki together. Becca and Nikki Leone.
Hi everybody, my name is Nikki Leone.
And I'm Becca Leone.
And tonight we are going to be singing Ho Hey, originally by the Lumineers, but covered by the Nashville cast.
Enjoy!
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong.
I love you, girls. I love you, love you, love you. The Lumineers song. Oh my God, that's so good. Thank you so much. Didn't you love them? What a talented family. So Patty Leone has 3 daughters. They all sing, and they all sing harmony. And harmony is like another talent all its own. You can't just learn that. It's just like it's such a gift, you know. So I love that you girls did that song. I love changing up and doing pop songs like that. The Lumineers were in Asbury Park last year for See Here Now Festival, and I walked up just in time to hear that song. That's all I heard, but I heard that song. That I did get to hear it. Anyway, thank you girls very much. I also want to say hi to Sharon Graham, Pam Jorgensen's out there. She's going to be back on the show soon. Jeff Goffman, you saw him in the Beatles show. Suzanne Ellen, Steve Soames, Celeste Schwartz. Kathy Greer is watching, a great performer. I worked with her in Provincetown. And she was always like on right before me, and she could not have been more gracious. And then she would hang out and do a couple of numbers with me. I miss you. So much fun. And my other half-sister, Catherine, of the Jekyll Sisters. And hi, Debbie McGee. Oh, that's a song, is it? Me and Debbie McGee. Oh, me and Bobby McGee. So, our next performer. So speaking of Provincetown, Kathy Greer. Whenever I do my thing up there, I'm always so lucky that Jeff Tagan comes in and sings a couple of songs with me. He's such a warm, graceful, like a class act, and he has such a great presence, and he always chooses great songs. So I finally convinced him to do a song with me for the show. So please welcome from Provincetown, Jeff Tagan.
Well, hello there, good old friend of mine. You've been reaching for yourself for such a long time. There's so much to say, no need to explain. Just an open door for you to come in from the rain. It's a long road when you're all alone. And a man like you will always choose the long way home. There's no right or wrong, I'm not here to blame. I just want to be the one to keep you from the rain, from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know you're alright. Time has left us older and wiser, I know I am. And I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway. Come in from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know you're alright. Time has left us older but wiser, I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again, 'cause I think of us like an old cliche, but it doesn't matter, 'cause I love you anyway. Come in from the rain. Come in from the rain. Come in from the rain.
So nice, Jeff, right? Wasn't that beautiful? I'm glad you were on the show, and I know Jeff's going to be back in a couple of weeks because we're going to do a Sunday night show in July where maybe not all, but a majority of the show are my singers that from up in Cape Cod. So it's going to be a nice little change of pace too. I also want to thank also out there, I forgot to mention Sharon Bloodgood and April and Carol and Wally Watson and Matthew and Fred White. You guys are amazing. You're like, and Jennifer. Thank you all, because the people watching, I know a lot of you personally, and some of you I don't, but I know kind of who you are. Like the way you support all of us making live music is so important to us. It really keeps us going and makes us want to give you even more. So thank you very much. You're the best friend we could possibly have. Before I do the last song, a couple things I wanted to tell you is our next show next Wednesday. Wednesdays are theme night shows, so they're really fun. Last Wednesday was 60s again. And I could, like I said, and I'm not kidding, I could do 60s once a month and never get tired of it. Well, this coming Wednesday, we're doing a show that I did at, well, we called it, it's a title that we used at McLuhan's years ago at Asbury Park. Billy, Barry, and Elton. And that would be Billy Joel, Barry Manilow, and Elton John. We could do an Elton John show, we could do a Billy Joel show, but we're just afraid if we do all Barry Manilow, it would be ballads, heartbreak, key changes, in that order. Hi, Jane McNeil. Oh, one of my favorite followers too. Thank you, Jane. You're always there. So that's going to be on Wednesday, and some of the performers watching tonight are in the show on Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun, like Matthew Allen. And some performers you haven't seen yet on the show. So it's every night you're going to see new faces, trust me. Also, if you're watching what other people are doing out there online, our friend Andy Prescott, who was with me at Odette's for, 18 of the, not 18, out of 35 years, he's probably with me 30 years of that, on Friday nights playing piano. Andy's doing a show on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. On Facebook Live. My friend Michael Mackesy is doing the Tuesday night series in New York on Broadway On Demand. It's really great, really fun. Wednesdays and Fridays, my friend Tim McClune on Asbury Park. And my dear friend, Randy Roberts is doing a show on Fridays at 8 o'clock. And also at the same time, Eddie Bruce, my dear friend Eddie Bruce, has a fantastic show on Friday nights. And listen, if you haven't seen Eddie before, I have to tell you, go back, because he, on his website, eddiebrucemusic.com, he has links. I think it's on the website, or you can just message him on Facebook and ask him for the link to see last Friday's show. I've known Eddie we've been best of friends for 30 years probably, and he did a show where he talked about his whole life, and I heard stuff I didn't even know, stories I never heard. And it was a really, really engaging show, and the songs he did were great, and he was an incredible voice. So you've got Eddie Bruce, don't miss that. You've got Eddie, you've got Randy on Friday, and you've got Hamilton on Disney+. So you decide. Thank God for DVR, right? Because we'd really all be screwed. And I also want to mention my friend Paula Johns. On Tuesday night, Paula Johns is doing on Facebook Live her tribute to Lena Horne at 7:30. And you've seen Paula on the show here. She's wonderful, wonderful, absolutely amazing. She's the one that did What the World Needs Now on our Burke Bacharach show. So the last song of the show, I told you last week that I was anxious to introduce something new tonight, and I'm calling it the Sessions from the Gazebo. So probably from here till October, as long as the weather's nice. We found out that in my gazebo outside, which is a special place because I put it on the property 33 years ago for a special reason, and sitting in there, I can play my keyboard on one side. My singers can be on the other side. We don't need microphones. The acoustics work. And it was really fun. Patty Leone it was her idea to to work out there, and Patty and Carol Brooks and we had so much fun. And I think just about every week you'll start seeing a segment from the Gazebo. So tonight's debut of Sessions from the Gazebo, please welcome Carol Brooks and Patty Leone.
Everybody, hi Bob, hi Michael. So glad to be back singing at Bob's Virtual Piano Nights. Tonight is the first night at the Gazebo, Sessions at the Gazebo. So Carol Brooks and I are going to do a song from Jesus Christ Superstar. So I hope you love it. Enjoy.
I love that. So what do you think? Is it a thumbs up? There's no microphone, just me with the keyboard with no amplifier, just the speakers in that, and we're just going to put a little more lighting in next time. Lisa Sherman's coming over next Monday, and we're going to make some songs out there too, honey. So hi Joyce and George too, and Erwin, some people I missed earlier. So we have a lot of good things coming up, and some other great theme shows coming up too, like we're doing a night of Disney, we're doing a night of all 70s, Andrew Lloyd Webber, country crossover, and Motown. So it's going to be a fun summer. It'll be over like that. So I want to thank John Richardson, Jonathan Hawkins, and Heather from the Virtual Piano Bar team who started this format and do such a great job at making everything run so smoothly. And, you know, at the last minute I say, oh, my friend just got married. Quick, throw the picture in. they make it all happen, and it's effortless. So thank you all. You're the best people to work with. I urge you to check out some of the other shows that we have on the Virtual Piano Bar Network, like John Richardson himself, who's 5-6 shows a week around, I think it's 7 o'clock. And Todd Alsop, Joe Regan, Kenny Green, David Mayoko's Liberace shows are hysterical, are absolutely hysterical. And boy, can he play the piano. And boy, does he have Liberace down pat. By the way, this is Liberace, not me. So that's another thing. I want to thank Charlotte, too, my publicist, and thank Michael Troutman for all the amazing work he does editing and putting all these videos together. We get lots of little pieces, and they all become one. And I just want to wish you all a great week. Take care. Pray for our healthcare workers, our essential workers, and support our small businesses. I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.